This is Mark Bell from supertraining.tv and Super Training Gym in Sacramento, California. I got a few products to pimp out today. My products, of course. I've been going to ask a lot of questions about them lately. First off, I got the ST hat, which is guaranteed to give you about 20 to 25 pounds on your lift. It's a single ply hat. I have these wrist wraps, which are extra long and have a specialized strap on them, so you could put them on a certain way without them getting in the way of your thumb. Sometimes when you put the wrap on and you lace the thumb up, you get the wrap on real tight, you can't get the thumb loop off. Now you can just go like that. Now your hand's free to bench. Also, what this tied down strap does, see how it's tied on both sides. Somebody will probably copy it, but as it's tied down on both sides, it allows you to cinch it down across the elbow, across the forearm, across the wrist, wherever you'd like. Also, that's why it's called a multi-purpose wrap. You'll see a lot of times on supertraining.tv we're utilizing the wrap as a knee wrap for our bigger squats, and I would estimate that it helps add around 10% to your lift, especially just the confidence it gives you, have that pressure around the kneecap. And the stability of the kneecap. Also, what it does is it helps wrap higher on the wrist, because you start higher. You start way up in here, and you're going to be able to get this little piece of the wrist, which is the piece that bends, which is the piece that you don't want to bend back when you're bench pressing, especially when you're handling big weights and you're going to press out of the bottom. You don't want the wrists back. It's going to make it extremely hard to lock out, because you won't be able to get your elbows back underneath the barbell. Also, I have this Sling Shot that I'm wearing that I can't take off. This is the new Sling Shot, the Reactive Sling Shot. The Reactive Sling Shot is a lot stretchier. It goes on easier. It comes off easier. It's more pliable. It's more flexible. And because it's more pliable and more flexible, it's a little bit better for speed training. It's also a little bit better for athletes that are going to be lifting raw, because it's not going to give you as much. Basically what I'm saying is it's not quite as strong. But I've done 500 pounds in that several times, gone over 600 pounds in it. And in the original Sling Shot, the red Sling Shot, which is stiffer, my best bench is around 635. So that one, it does give you a little bit less, but it's still very pliable, still takes all the pain, all the pressure off the shoulders. Another good thing about it is you can wear one that's a little bit more form-fitting, whereas with the red one, the original Sling Shot, it's normally going to be worn to be a little bit bigger, and so for some athletes it's been a little bit big on their arms. This is the Mad Dog Sling Shot. The Mad Dog Sling Shot is a double layered, this is underneath my ass, a double layered version of this Sling Shot here. This Sling Shot is the original Sling Shot, invented by myself, an independent thought by myself. Never came from anywhere else, never came from anybody else. And so the Mad Dog Sling Shot is going to give you quite a bit more. If I had to estimate, I'd say the Mad Dog Sling Shot is going to help you by about 20 to 30%. This guy here is going to help you by around 20%. And the other Sling Shot is probably, depending on how you lift, if you lift fast, it'll still probably help you by about 20%, but probably more so looking in the 10 to 15% range that it will add to your bench press. Each Sling Shot kind of has its own purpose. Sling Shots are not to be worn exclusively, meaning that you still have to work hard, you still have to do raw work. You can't just ignore raw work and just wear the Sling Shot non-stop. You will not get stronger that way. Maybe at first you will, but your progress will stop, just like with any other program or any other bell and whistle that you can think of. The Sling Shot, I would think of it as somewhere in between a lifting belt that you would wear, around your waist, or a pair of squat briefs. So when you're wearing squat briefs and your best squat is 400, you don't put your squat briefs on with 200. You try to get a little bit of work in first. You warm yourself up. You get a little bit of raw work. Maybe you test yourself and try to do 385 or 365 for a double or something like that before you get into your briefs. Same thing goes with the Sling Shot. The Sling Shot is intended to move heavy weights without any pain, not to move light weights. although it can be utilized for speed training as well. If you're going to use it for speed training, I'd recommend using it for half the amount of sets. So if you're going to do 10 sets of 3, then do 5 sets of 3 without the slingshot, and 5 sets of 3 with more weight with the slingshot on. The slingshot could be used on max effort day. It could be used on dynamic effort day. It could be used with the repetition effort method. It could be used for bodybuilding. It can be used against bands, against chains, with reverse bands, as they do at Westside Barbell. Dave Hoff, AJ Roberts, a few other guys out there have had some success doing reverse band bench press with the slingshot on. That's a great way to overload your body. That's a great way to handle more weight. And it's a great way to handle more weight without putting on your bench shirt. I also have a pair of 24-inch wrist wraps, which are not necessarily for the extreme lifter, but it's a smaller wrap that I made pretty much for women and for people that are just seeking a little bit of support while wearing the wrist wrap, because the wrist wrap needs to be worn while you're wearing the slingshot. And I'm out of breath, and that's pretty much it for the 3 differences between the slingshots. The blue slingshot, the Reactive Sling Shot, sells for $45. The red slingshot sells for $50. And the Mad Dog Sling Shot, named after my late brother, Mad Dog Mike Bell, sells for $60. And that's pretty much it. I have a couple of clips to share with you as well, so enjoy them, and I'll catch you later.